All right, guys, cheating and exploits, we really need to talk about it. Now, I'm going to preface it by saying I don't love having to make this video. I really like New World, especially the core of the game, what it is, some of the things it stands for, the no pay to win. It's a special game, but it's really not living up to its potential, largely because of AGS dropping the ball constantly. And allowing cheaters and exploiters to remain in the game is probably one of the #1 ways to drive away your customers that do not cheat. You might be able to guess that this video is inspired by the recent musket exploits that were going on, where everyone was, double shotting and machine gunning their muskets. And they were not only doing this just in PvE or whatever, right, and making little videos to showcase it. No, they were doing it to slaughter players in OPR. They were doing it to win wars and what I would call steal territory. When you use exploits and cheats to win wars, that's called stealing the territory. You are not abiding by the TOS. Now, why even bother putting this in the TOS if you're not going to ban people for doing it? Let's take a look at their own TOS. Play fair. Do play within the rules of the game. Do not exploit bugs or other unintended uses of game features. I know for a fact that they didn't ban people for this because the #1 cheater who is pretty widely known on my server for using aimbot. Now, I can understand if he's using, pretty sophisticated cheats that are hard for AGS to track and such, but they should definitely have been able to track and punish him for widely abusing the machine gun exploit. Not only because I know that like half the freaking server reported him for doing it, but also there's chat logs from him actively gloating about doing it in the global chat, etc. It was all right there. Very easy for AGS to take care of this. And again, they did not. Now, what further upsets me is I feel like we never even get a response from AGS on this stuff. And when it comes to the economy exploits, right? They did exactly like what I want to see, right here. Like this is what I, as a player who enjoys the game, wants the game to do well and succeed, and does not cheat and exploit. This is what I want to hear. But I want to hear this for all the exploits, not just the market, right? I care about all of it. I care about the PvP one and stealing territory and stuff using exploits is a bigger deal to me than the market. I understand, not for everyone, but for me personally and a lot of the other players like me, it's an even bigger deal, right? You can't have competitive PvP stuff and let people get away with exploiting and cheating, okay? For players who exploited, they will remain banned until we either remove any exploitive gains or permanently ban. This is what I want right here. I don't even like this part. This is what we want. Every single player that abides by the rules and appreciates the game, this is what they want. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't cheat and exploit who doesn't want to hear this, who wants this like, oh, we'll temp ban them or we won't ban them at all, right? We all want them permanently banned, right? Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And if you say I'm wrong, I'm probably just going to assume that you exploit when you get the opportunity to also. It honestly is the way that's going to go. Now, like I said at the start, I do not love having to make this video. I really like New World and the core of what it is and what it could be. But allowing cheaters and exploiters to exist and prosper in your game with no real fears that they're ever going to get permanently banned is one of the worst possible things you can do for your game and the health of your game. And because they never respond, like I made forum threads, I've seen tons of other forum threads, I've never once seen a response from a community manager or a dev about these kinds of PvP exploits and cheating. I feel forced to make the video and pray that the video somehow pops off like one of the other videos I recently did so that AGS will feel the pressure, right? Because it's getting actual like public attention and potentially driving away new players from testing out the game and trying the game. And then maybe they will come out and give us a response like we got here about the economy exploits. That's all I want at this point. I want direct communication from AGS. Why won't you ban cheaters and exploiters? Why? I do not understand why you won't do this, right? If you're worried about money, don't IP ban them. You just ban the account. They're probably addicted to doing it. They'll buy another copy of the game. It's good for your wallet. And then as soon as they get busted doing it again, you ban them again, and then maybe they'll buy another copy of the game, and right? You just keep making money. I don't see the problem. It can only be good for the overall longevity, right? You got to not play the short-sighted game. Play the long game, if that's what you're trying to do, and I think it is because you've been slowly, steadily improving the game and the quality of life features. Play the long game. Get the garbage players out of the game so that you can attract more and more good players. But I promise you, as long as you continue to not punish this kind of stuff, it's going to hamper the growth of the game, because people like me, when people ask me about the game, that's what I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them it's a great game. Combat's some of the best. PvP action is some of the best, but they don't do anything to punish cheaters and exploiters, and it tends to ruin the PvP game modes. Thanks for listening to me rant. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet right there so that hopefully we get a high watch retention on it and it does really well for the algorithm. Thank you to all the YouTube members and the patrons. Really appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one.